Welcome, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us. I'm your host, Lea, and today we're diving into BabyGuide Germany, Pregnancy and Paperwork Simplified, a podcast about making pregnancy in Germany clearer, easier, and far less overwhelming. Today it's just the two of us, and I'm here with Sofia, co founder of BabyGuide Germany.
Hi, Leah. Thank you for having me. And hello to everyone listening.
So, Sophia, in our previous conversation, we already touched on something I think every parent in Germany realizes very quickly. Once you become pregnant, you don't just manage one thing, you suddenly manage a whole system. Doctor appointments, midwife search, hospital registration, and somehow paperwork appears like it has its own agenda.
As I mentioned before, that's exactly why we started building BabyGuide Germany. I've seen firsthand how overwhelming it can be, especially for mothers navigating both pregnancy and a complex bureaucratic system. The idea is to turn that complexity into something structured and truly understandable. An app that guides parents step by step through pregnancy, birth, and everything that follows. One thing I really want to highlight is that both the app and this podcast will also cover the legal side. Topics like Kündigungsschutz, Mutterschutz, or the Bundeselterngeld und Elternzeitgesetz, explained in a simple and practical way. There are many protections in place. The challenge is that no one really hands you a map.
And that makes me think of Theo as the one building the app. How has his role influenced the way Baby Guide Germany, the app, is designed to simplify pregnancy and all that paperwork?
A lot, actually. I bring in all the content, the real life cases, the topics, the complexity, and sometimes it really feels like a huge, messy puzzle. Theo's role is to turn that into something structured. He looks at it from a systems perspective. What can be simplified, how things can be grouped, what makes sense step by step, and what is actually possible to build in a way that feels intuitive for users. So it's not just information, it becomes a clear path you can follow. That's why the app is built like a map. Two main phases, before birth and after birth, and five clear categories: public authorities, work, finance, health, and family life. So instead of feeling lost in the system, you always know where you are and what comes next.
What I find interesting is that the app Baby Guide Germany won't just dump information. It actually structures it around real life. Like, what do I do first? What comes next? And what absolutely cannot be forgotten?
That's exactly the goal, to make bureaucracy and everything else simple to understand. Everything is built around the real timeline: pregnancy, birth, and the time after, with clear tasks, reminders, and practical guidance, not theory.
So I've been wondering, how do you plan this podcast going forward? Because honestly, each of these topics feels like its own universe. Do you go chronologically or topic by topic?
I've thought about this a lot. For now, the best approach is to go one topic at a time. Chronological sounds nice in theory, but in practice, it becomes overwhelming in this format. One topic per episode allows depth, and that's the direction I'm going with. So the plan is each episode focuses on one topic, sometimes 6 minutes, sometimes 20, depending on complexity. We'll start with the gynecologist's role in pregnancy, then move into working rights during pregnancy, understanding what protections actually exist. After that, choosing a Hebamme, hospital preparation, and birth planning. Then we move into administrative topics like requesting the birth certificate and accessing Elterngeld, Elternzeit, Kindergeld. Each situation is different depending on the status of the pregnant woman, insurance, and family structure, so it needs to be broken down properly.
So nothing is simple, but everything has a system behind it.
Exactly. There are also broader topics: financial aid, pregnancy classes, lactation consultants, baby products, even emotional preparation. My background in social work helps a lot with financial systems and support structures. For everything else, I promise, I'll do the research for you.
I like that. It feels less like theory and more like a plan. Thank you so much, Sofia, for sharing all of this. And to everyone listening, if you're expecting, planning, or just trying to understand how things work for parents in Germany, make sure to follow BabyGuide Germany and stay part of the journey. And use the comment section to tell us what confuses you, what you struggled with, and what you wish existed. Because this isn't just an app, it's something being built with you, for you. This was Lea, your host, and you've been listening to BabyGuide Germany, Pregnancy and Paperwork Simplified.